Good evening, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin evening wrap. So if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we'll go straight over to those charts. So yeah, Bitcoin sort of fell out that ascending wedge, found support quite nicely at at that horizontal support level that we had there. Managed to get back above that 11,400 area, and has now also managed to get back above that previous high we had here, and above this resistance zone that we got drawn in from 10,500 ish to 10,600. So all is looking good here now. All is looking good. This is what I expected to happen once we took out 10,300. I thought we would make our way to 10,600 and then 11,000. Well, I say 11,000. This is going to be the big test, like I've been saying to you guys. This wasn't the big test. This was probably the easiest out of the holding 10,000, breaking 10,300, breaking 10,600, breaking 11,000. The easiest one out of those four is breaking 10,600, assuming obviously we've done these two, which we have. So the big test is around this. If this is around this 11,000 area, basically, if we get back above this 11,000 area, then there's nobody going to be looking at this market and not thinking that we're going to basically take out 12,000 and have another leg upside, have another leg to the upside, because that is clearly what it is going to look like. It's just going to look like a move up, a pull back to this back test of this horizontal, this main level of this main breakout level, and then basically we'll expect to take out this level and then reach the next important level, which is about up here. So that is what we are looking at now. So it is looking good. Obviously, people looking at the market in here are going to be a bit wary of where we're going. People are still going to be looking at the market a little bit wary because of the significance of this horizontal here. But once we take that out, it will be onwards and upwards. So this is very important, this level. I don't expect us, unless it's like a wick basis, break above here, then come back down and then make a move down below, well, basically back to around 10k and below. I would expect us to if we get back above here and hold above here, then it will be onwards and upwards. And you just got to think, I mean, all you got to tell yourself is, how does that make the chart look? How does it make us look in the long term? It makes us look great. It makes us look bullish, and everyone's going to see the same thing in the chart, and then a lot more confident buying is going to come in. So yeah, that is what we are looking at. But again, like I said though, 11,000, this is the big test. This is our final test after this big massive dump. Can we take out this level? Can we push on? And yeah, can we basically resume the Bitcoin bull market, which I personally believe that we can and we will. And that belief is just based on still the same fundamentals. There's still weakening dollar. We've obviously got a slightly heightened risk of a deflationary environment, which will obviously have a strengthening dollar, which then won't be good for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's price will also deflate. We've got a higher risk of that, but it is still not the most likely scenario in the fourth and final quarter of this year. So yeah, we've got to be aware of the increasing risk of that, but that is not it's still not the most likely event. So yeah, let's have a look at the DXY. As you can see, he's managed to get his way back above, back into the 93 handle, barely. But yeah, I mean, we still got room to run to hit this trend line again to come down. But you guys know my views on this. You guys know that I think this is coming down. And I have been saying these are levels, these are important levels, and this trend line is probably, in looking at it in hindsight, is probably the most important level that we clearly couldn't breach, couldn't really hold above, and it is now guiding price down. And this is what I'm expecting. This again, we had a sort of trying to make a move up, hit the trend line. Well, I guess it wasn't really a trend line at this point, in all fairness. I mean, it could be if we could have connected those points, and at least the first few points. But then obviously it guided us down, and we lost. We then just lost it once we lost this horizontal, and I think a similar thing is going to happen here. We're going to get guided down. We're going to lose these levels here. Which level it is that precipitates the big fall down, I'm not sure, but one of this, either this level, or this recent low. Once we do take that out, I think we will be out for the count down to those 88s. At which point Bitcoin will be well on its way to 15k if that happens. Stock markets, we will have a quick look at those. Not that one. This one, here we go. I might delete that. I'm seeing there's not really much on it. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq first. Nasdaq, yeah, had a good day. Obviously gapped up at this open. Yeah, I mean, it's holding this level here, obviously important. It's obviously got to try and regain this trend line, but I mean, this, for us to come so far out of this channel, then come back in, and the channel just to play out as it was, is a bit of a stretch. Maybe we'll form a new channel sort of below it, maybe, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. S&P is the more clear and obvious one, because you guys know we had this trend line drawn. I was talking about this trend line and this horizontal, both very important. Get back above these two, and we are in business. Basically, we will be in business. So yeah, so that is, I mean, that's obviously looking like the most likely scenario in stocks at the moment. Let's have a look at our not last one, not Nikola, Tesla. As you can see, Tesla, look, there's the trend line, the 2 points there. Nice bounce off the trend line for a wait for it. From the actual trend line, we're looking at a 22% move, and that's clearly a lot in a stock. In a few days as well. So yeah, just so you know, that is obviously, yeah, trend lines are good. This trend line's bounced the price. Trend line in the DXY resisted the price. So yeah, I mean, like you often hear me say I like horizontals, not trend lines, but yeah, that is obviously for this sort of shorter time frame. Like I say short, it's probably not short for most people, like 4 hours and dailies and etc. But the larger time frames, when you do get the big ones, like the ones that have been going on for like a couple of months, trend lines, then they are clearly important, because the market over a longer period of time will be moving somewhere usually. So horizontal levels are not going to be as important, because they're just going to get left behind, aren't they? That price level is going to get left behind. Trend lines clearly don't get left behind and remain important. So obviously, like I'm saying, when I'm looking at levels like this, like price action like this, yeah, I am looking at the horizontals here. I am looking at them. They are important. Maybe more important than the larger time trend lines in this short term, until we get to those trend lines, and then they obviously become important. So let's have a look at our stochastics. See just how good we are looking at the moment. So yeah, you can see 4 hour has had a nice reset down here. Now is moving up nice and strongly, and it's got plenty of room left to run. The 10 hours coming down, but this looking like it's going to turn back, and clearly it's going to turn back off if price action stays up here, so that will turn back up. 12 hour looking good. I did say to you guys, 12 hour gets up to the top of here, we will be looking at like 10,000. We will be looking at getting through 10,500, 10,600, and that's obviously what's happened. And then the daily was the one that I said, if we get back up to the top of here, we'll be basically be through 12k. We'll be through 11k, and basically full on bullish again. I'm saying through 11k, we could be 11, 12k, we could be 11.5k, whatever. We'll be above that 12k. We'll be above this 12k 11k resistance. If the daily gets up to basically this bullish area. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. 2-day has turned back up, so that is good. 3-day not turned back up yet, but we'll have to keep tabs on that. 5-day got a nice trend line here. We'll hopefully turn back up from soon. And weekly, I mean, weekly still diving at the moment, nose diving, but obviously this is weekly, so it's clearly going to take a bit longer to change. But yeah, hopefully we can get a move back up. I mean, if price action does hold up or go higher from where it is now, it will be looking good for a bullish reset of the weekly Stokes, whatever that means in actual highly volatile Bitcoin's price. But yeah, so overall these Stokes are looking good, and if you look at these daily, especially the daily, 2-day and 3-day and 5-day, we have got we've got a lot of room to run to the upside. Basically, we have got a lot of room to run. So I think that is going to get us through this 11,000. But yeah, like I said though, 11,000 is the important area. It is the one. It is the one that we've got to get through. It is the horizontal, the one horizontal to rule them all. So yeah, we have got to yeah, we've got to basically take that out and hold above it. So first things first though, let's get into this actual zone, fully informally trade in this zone. I mean, we're gonna have to trade in this zone potentially a little bit, and then back test it as support and see how we get on. We don't really want this to be, if this is a fake out above 10,600, then yeah, we are in trouble. We are definitely in trouble if we can't even get up to 11k and we fake out above this level and come back down. We will, yeah, it won't look good at all. But yeah, we'll see. And if we do that, well, obviously we've got to expect a test at the low end of the range, which is around 10,000. And if we do that, it's squeaky bum times basically. We've got to basically hope that we don't lose that level, but not the most likely scenario at the moment. But obviously we'll be able to assess that in real time as it happens. So. Yeah, that is about it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys in the morning.